Ready for more, guys? Who was the most recent recording artist that we interviewed from the NBA 2K18 soundtrack? Damian Lillard, Linda Lind, Michael Howard, or Vintage Lee?
I spend a lot of time listening to new music. For me, it really has to like give me a feeling, like if it's...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here, and so is the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Denver Nuggets as they go up against the Orlando Magic. For the Magic, they won their last contest, that game against the Rockets. They've started the season on an extremely upbeat note, winning 8 of their first 9 games. They've been solid in just about every aspect. The Denver Nuggets, an intriguing team, fellas. A blend of vets, younger guys. What do you see as their strengths this season?
Well, they got a lot of guys that can initiate the offense. You know, the depth sometimes serves them well, especially playing at that high altitude. I used to play in Denver for 2 seconds. I used to be like, Coach, timeout. I can't breathe.
Well, they got some great young talent. And I think that backcourt is probably their strongest asset right now. But, you know, you got guys in the front court that can really get it done. And I love that altitude. I used to go, and my lungs would be free.
Maybe you weren't in shape. Tip-off fast approaching. Let's go to Kevin Hart.
It's an exciting Sunday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. It's the Orlando Magic and the Denver Nuggets. And, of course, they are still without Mason. A battle of upstarts tonight. Both teams want to win, but also want to develop young talent. Brent, at this stage, is one goal more important than the other?
Yeah, I think development is first and foremost for each of these teams, Kevin. And sometimes you can learn more from losing than you can from winning. I was always told as a player growing up, when you lose, don't lose the lesson. The team right here with developing young talent needs to make sure that they adhere to that.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And so in the game for the Magic, we've got Wells, EJ out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Rogers, and it's Isaac in at the 3. He gets it in there. DJ's got the first points up on the board tonight here for the Magic.
Now look at how tight the defense is, and even so, DJ able to bury the jumper with a hand right in his grill.
They set the pick. Prince's shot is good.
Got to give a ton of credit to the screener there. That was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
Pass to Isaac. Orlando moving the ball around.
Well, I like seeing DJ's skills, not at the turntables, but at the rack. Who needs layups when you can throw it down like that?
It's Prince on the wing. Fareed outside. Knocks it loose, and it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. For 3, Murray. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And that's where Murray's speed shines through. He gives the D no time to react off that pass.
Pass to Rogers. Fires the three. They grab their own miss. Can't hit from in close.
Yeah, defense timed that out perfectly. Love the aggressiveness, and then they changed the shot's direction.
Back to Moutier. Over Rogers. Moutier, no good. Orlando's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. There's the feed to DJ. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Well, a great battle last year as the season finished off between the Nuggets and Blazers to make the playoffs. Denver did not. So they made some trades, tried to make a push. This year they've got to make some improvements and maybe find themselves in one of those top 8 slots to play in the postseason.
Free throw good, DJ. And Brent, for the Nuggets, you get the feeling of excitement for this franchise.
Well, you feel like this team's not just going to make the playoffs once, but could have a very effective long run in the Western Conference, and they're going to be playing a style that a lot of their fans and certainly fans around the league are going to appreciate. Off-ball movement and passing. You know, there's a team in Golden State that seemed to do that with great effectiveness.
Denver shooting their first free throw of the night here.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
That one doesn't drop. Now Denver takes it the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
And really, I just felt like they didn't compete, particularly on the backboard, probably their weakest area in that game.
No doubt we could talk about them getting dominated physically. That's exactly what happened there. They got pushed around the entire game.
And the foul called on DJ. The Nuggets leading by 4. They've got Iguodala, Lyles out there with Harris, and it's Atkins in at the 1. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. Harris kicks to Lyles. 6 on the shot clock. Floats one. Olynyk with the steal. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Rockets was terrific. He scored 34 points and demonstrated his range a few times in doing so, hitting from deep. It was just the game he needed to snap out of that cold spell. He'll try to keep the momentum going tonight, Kevin.
Thanks for checking in, D.A. He was phenomenal for them in that game. It was fun to watch.
And not just fun for us, but it had to be fun for him as well. Everything was working, and he just seemed to enjoy and embrace every minute of it.
And I love having fun, but fun comes at a cost, and that cost is work and effort. So let's not get too far away from that tonight. He was a workhorse in this one.
And stolen by DJ. Jackson kicks to DJ. And it's Iguodala with the rebound. Denver leading by 4. Iguodala with a screen on Fournier. Here's Harris. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
I'd just like to see the defensive effort get better for their ball club. They can't expect guys to miss the mid-range Jays every time.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
Take a look at Mike Malone as he made the switch from the Sacramento Kings and made his way to the Rocky Mountain, and he's got these fans on a high. He wants a lot from his players. He's got a lot of youth on this roster and is treating each one of them fairly until one steps out as a superstar for the Nuggets.
Just 2 to shoot. Here's Lyles, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And the Nuggets with some changes. Fareed's checked in for Trey Lyles, and Barton subbed in for Gary Harris. The Magic have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And DJ gets it to go on the assist by Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Denver's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Iguodala kicks to Barton. Fareed, a screen on Fournier. Barton passes to Fareed, and the dunk by Fareed.
Well, the pick and roll involving Fareed is lethal because of how he can exploit the D. An opening that he finds, he'll take advantage of.
Dishes it to Fournier. Over to the wing. Puts one up from 19. Misses off the left iron. Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's Barton with the second effort. No good there. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And typically on the road, it's harder to get into a great rhythm offensively, but they did just that.
Felt like the louder the crowd got and the more hostile they were, the more together this team played. So worked out nicely.
Atkins, guarded by Jackson. Screen by Fareed. Kicks it to Barton. Shoots over Fournier. Atkins, the tip in on the offensive rebound. And the Nuggets lead by 4.
Yeah, he plays with a bit of a sixth sense around the offensive glass. Perfect position for the easy tip in.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. This the first chance to take a look at the Nuggets this season.
Yeah, and taking on an interconference foe, certainly not a rival. They're the better team.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Nuggets lead by 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, guys. Here with Coach Mike Malone. How has ball movement opened up things for you offensively?
Every game.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. DJ really making a difference here.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Yeah, there's not any guy defensively that was bodying him up or contesting the shot, so right now he's feasting.
Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. We've got Isaac. Wells is out there with Rogers. Then there's Gordon, and it's DJ in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Hey, Brent, what's more important, offense or defense? Some guys are great at both.
Well, offense is sometimes what you get paid for, Kevin, but defense is where you need a buy-in. And so to me, it's always the defense and the way that you construct that camaraderie on that end of the floor, that communication on that end of the floor, that's going to make the difference in your season.
Don't you love two-way players, though, guys that play hard at both ends? It's hard to do, but the guys that do it well really stand out.
Well, it's not football, Kevin. There's two sides that you have to play in basketball, and certainly the more equipped that you are to play both, the more playing time you're going to see for a coach.
Moutier with the basket.
Yeah, just so crucial that Moutier becomes a very consistent mid-range shooter for this team. Like to watch him focus on improving that shot.
And DJ throws it down hard.
And you got to love watching DJ take advantage of these opportunities. When he has a chance to finish, he is going to drop the hammer.
That was a terrific replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Lyles kicks to Prince. No good that time. And Orlando the other way now. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
DJ wants to be at the center of everything that this team does, whether it's behind the tables or on the court. This guy's itching for a scratch.
The Magic have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. First free throw is good. And both free throws good for DJ.
Such a big bonus to have a big guy that can step up to the free throw line and knock down shots. So many guys struggle from there.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Prince, the pass to Andrews. Prince outside. Jumper off the screen. Another miss by Prince. The Magic leading by 3. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Orlando shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Free throw good, DJ. And so here's Denver. Atkins, guarded by Rogers. Prince outside. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. The Nuggets shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. The first one falls. Denver making a switch here. Iguodala's checked in. And both free throws good for Prince. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Let's now pause to take a look at the scoring breakdown between the front and back court of tonight's contests for the Magic.
And the front line carrying the load offensively. They always say reward the big men and credit the guards for getting them the ball and enabling these guys to fill it up.
The Nuggets trail by 4. The dish to Harris. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's Iguodala. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
Aggressive Andre Iguodala play there. Love how he draws contact while shooting.
Will Barton, he's checked in for Denver. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. And a wide open look for DJ. The Magic again can't hit.
Man, it just hurts to miss shots like this. Mentally, you question yourself, and it can affect your confidence.
Orlando leading by 3. And DJ throws it down.
Maximizing every chance on the offensive end. DJ is the man on a mission tonight.
Iguodala kicks to Barton. Harris a screen on Gordon. Barton with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. Shot clock at 6. They get it again. Here's Iguodala, and the layup is good. Iguodala's got 5.
Iguodala does so many things well and stays after it. A relentless effort that time on the boards.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Knocked away. Prince kicks to Harris. And it comes off the front of the rim.
No doubt disappointed with that one. He'd love to have that one back.
Yeah, I'd put that play on repeat. The setup was perfect. Just need a better result next time.
Passes it to Gordon for the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Gordon's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, some guys just take pride in how they set screens. It might seem like a small part of the game, but as you saw there, it can have a huge impact in getting a shooter an open look at the basket.
Iguodala kicks to Prince. The pass to Atkins. Prince with a screen on Rogers, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
No, that's a good call. Just keep arguing with the officials because they change that call all the time. Not.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Fareed is checked in. Olynyk, he's checked in for the Magic. Isaac comes in for Gordon for 3, and that's good for 3 points. Nice shot from DJ. DJ's got 27 points. The Nuggets trail by 11. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Screen by Fareed. The kick out to Barton. They can't stop the run with that one. Fournier dishes to DJ. Goes up on the wing. That one, no good. And so it's Orlando holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll return shortly. And meanwhile, Frank Vogel talking to his team.
Playing for each other. You're scary good when you do it.
And DJ is checked in for Orlando. The Nuggets shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Will Barton is out there with Prince. Then there's Murray. Then there's Kenneth Faried. And it's Moutier in at the point guard position. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Now here's DJ. Feeds it to Nurkic to the left side wing. Takes the three, and DJ gets it to go on the assist by Nurkic. And that's now 30 points for DJ. Barton outside. Over in the corner, Moutier. So many naturally born playmakers and natural born scorers who have learned to become playmakers. That's kind of an interesting topic. Who do you think right now tops that list?
One guy that's pretty peculiar in that sense, I think, Kevin, is Jeff Teague. You know, so many years of success in Atlanta, but it was built around this team and the system and the fragility of what it was that those guys could do and needed to do for that team to win. I think that Jeff Teague has made himself into a much better playmaker in the NBA.
Trey Lyles checked in for the Nuggets. And the Canadian Jamal Murray, a player you forgot was taken 7th overall in 2016. But Brent, he has all the tools you want from an off guard, and this team believes he has a bright future in the league.
Every coach around the league sees the potential in Jamal Murray. You just hope for him, Kevin, he doesn't get too far ahead of things. You got to put the work in. You got to stay patient. But I believe there's tremendous upside, and at some point we'll talk about this guy as being one of the upper echelon shooting guards in the league.
DJ with it. Faried's there. That shot no good. Barton outside. That's tipped.
That block right there, all about persistence. DJ staying with his man and playing terrific high-energy D.
Magic leading by 9. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
Not a fan of those kinds of passes.
Denver's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Moutier kicks to Murray. Pass to Lyles. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And really, Faried is always a danger to score inside thanks to his athleticism. The D has no choice but to foul him in there and hope that he misses.
And the Magic making a change here. Gordon's checked in.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And the first one at the line is good. And Gordon drops them both. In other sports, the drafts have so many rounds, the scouts have a lot of work to do, but with only 2 rounds in the NBA draft, Brent, can the GM really just cover most of it?
I think the GMs, at least the smartest GMs, Kevin, have a great team behind them that gets out there, gathers as much information as possible, and does as much in terms of not only the play, but the player, the dynamics of the player, his characteristics, what he's about, to bring all that information to a general manager and present it to him before the draft. Teams do a great job of targeting guys that they think are going to enhance their roster.
And now the international realm comes into play too.
Well, if I signed you up for my Mediterranean scouting service, Kevin, would you do it?
Yeah, I do it for free.
I'll see you over there.
And DJ throws it down.
Man, once he gets down that lane, DJ is not going to go easy. He's going to finish with some strength.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
And one thing they'll discuss are their defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside. And even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, DJ.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. A different look for Denver. Taurean Prince comes in for Barton. And it's Gary Harris in for Murray. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, when Mike Malone talked to his team during that last timeout, he is not happy with the turnovers. He said, we have got to get some shots. It's as simple as that, guys. Play smart and value the basketball. We'll see if the message sunk in, Kevin.
Pass to Isaac. Here is Rogers. Guarded by Prince. Pass to DJ. And he drops in the layup off the glass. DJ's got 9 points in the quarter.
Now, he's a smooth operator in the paint, and DJ making the most of the high percentage shot in tight.
Moutier passes to Fareed. Wells with the steal.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Magic.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for DJ.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
And DJ throws it down.
And this is how you close out a game, not taking any chances.
Yeah, you gotta be relentless in this game or the tide can turn on you. Not here, not tonight.
They set the screen and not gonna let him get that easy dunk. Defense stopping the easy two, but a foul called and a trip to the free throw line instead. The first free throw is good. Orlando making some changes. Outside Jackson. DJ with it. Can't get it to fall. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Another win for you guys. How have you guys been able to play at this level and put all these wins together at this point of the season?
You know, a lot of it is focus. We know the season is long. There's going to be good stretches. There's going to be bad stretches. But, you know, we just try to get better every time we come out on the court. One more time.
Well, you are trending north right now. Congratulations. Back to you guys.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. And we'll see you next time.
In our first 2K TV challenge on the playground, who teamed up with Ronnie and Dan? The 2K MC, the the 2K TV scout, Poor Boy Sin, or me?
The 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here, joined by the great Shaquille O'Neal and the equally great Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it's the Orlando Magic as they'll be playing against the Philadelphia 76ers at Wells Fargo Center. For Philadelphia, they know this game will be a battle. The team they defeated in the conference finals, they're not taking this one lightly. And tonight we have two up-and-coming teams. Lots of talent, but all
Everyone is in their seats here at the Wells Fargo Center as the 76ers look to grab a win here in Philadelphia. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Last outing for Orlando. They won that game against the Nuggets in Denver. It was just a textbook performance. That game was all theirs. Once they got it going, it was full speed ahead.
And typically on the road, it's harder to get into a great rhythm offensively, but they did just that.
Yeah, and from the start, Greg, you could tell they were ready to go. Loved how fearless they were, confident, aggressive, attack mode. They don't care where the games are played. They're ready to get it done.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for Orlando, Rogers is out there with Wells. And there's Gordon, and it's DJ, and it's Isaac in at the 3. Team still learning the ins and outs of their systems and how to play together in these early games. If you were coaching, Clark, and your team was struggling, how long do you wait before making changes?
It's hard to say, Kevin. It's a matter of feel and understanding your personnel, and sometimes it's gut instinct, consulting with your staff. But I think you've got to try to keep your changes to a minimal, and when you do make them, try to make sure they're relatively small changes so that you have a chance to adjust and your team does too.
Now, here's DJ. Coming off a solid outing against Denver.
And this is what you want to see. I mean, DJ firing quickly right off the pass, not giving the defense any time to react.
Cousins with a screen for Fultz. Embiid the screen. And Simmons kicks to Cousins. Here's Embiid. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
Still can't get anything going here after 3 tries.
Pass to DJ. And DJ throws it down.
Love the confidence on the drive. DJ is great at finding holes in the defense and then attacking them.
Fultz dishes to Cousins. Pass to Luau. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Gordon. Here's Rogers. The shot comes out, and Philadelphia the other way now. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
Yeah, you know what? The waters were calm for most of the game. I mean, little resistance, felt like they could get any look they wanted at any time.
The 76ers have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Screen by Cousins, kicks to Fultz. to halt the run, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And the one thing that you gotta love about Markelle Fultz is his versatility. I mean, he's got the size, the passing and scoring ability to succeed at either guard position. He's almost Westbrookish.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And you ask the scouts about Fultz, he has the complete game.
You know, Kevin, he checks all the boxes. Athleticism, the size to play above the rim, and above all, I think the feel for the game is quite apparent when you watch him play.
Here's Isaac, fires the 3, and it's DJ missing.
And I think that's got to affect your mental game. I mean, missing open shots like that, unacceptable, and it'll probably mess with your head a little bit too.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. To the wing on the left. The 3. Simmons pulls it in. The 76ers trail by 6. He dishes it to Fultz. The feed now to Embiid. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Now here's Fultz, guarded by Rogers. 1:32 left in the first quarter of the game.
And you love the hustle DJ brings on defense, using his solid leaping ability to block shots.
Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they've been a bit unlucky. Some of it is poor shot selection.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. And Brett Brown, such a great fit in Philadelphia. He loves the town, loves the game, loves to coach. He says about the town, Clark, it reminds him of his hometown.
Well, that's nice to hear because he does embody a lot of the grit that you come to know and expect from Philadelphians. I mean, it reminds him of where he's from. He's faced the media through tough times. He's always candid and forthright. And he's coaching with a long lens, as he put it, building towards something great. And, man, I tell you, that passion and enthusiasm just oozes out of him, which is pretty cool to see.
On the court for Orlando, Gordon out there with DJ. Then it's Evan Fournier. Then there's Wells, and it's Isaac in at the 3 slot. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Nuggets put on a show. He scored 40 points and played tremendous defense as well, really causing havoc on both ends of the floor. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. And you know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. I mean, he'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
Well, Greg, you know where I'm going. He was a stat sheet stuffer in that game. Did a little bit of everything and did it all well.
Embiid the screen. Here's Luwawu. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
And doing much better now in that first quarter, converting less than 30% of their field goal opportunities, bouncing back nicely here in the second.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he attacked, got to the line a bunch, and cashed in on his chances. You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
Out to the right wing. The Magic with a fresh 24. Right wing. They set the pick. Here's Isaac. Can't hit that one. Simmons with the defensive effort. And guys, the big fellas don't always capture the fans' imagination. But Clark, having that charisma makes a difference, and Joel Embiid has plenty of that.
Yes, he does. Charming and funny. I mean, from his love of Shirley Temple to his aspiration of learning to be a point guard, you never know quite what's going to come out of Joel's mouth. And he's enjoying social media, too. You got to be careful there, though.
You're right. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
And DJ has the ultimate respect of the defense when he's on the drive. I mean, when he attacks like this, he forces them to foul him.
And the 76ers making a change here. Cousins is checked in.
And, you know, Joel Embiid quickly emerging as one of the league's elite rim protectors. I mean, Coach Brett Brown called him the crown jewel, the centerpiece to their defense.
Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Isaac.
Hey, if you're going to get offensive rebounds, you've got to stay active, and Isaac does that, doing a nice job utilizing his reach to snag those second chance opportunities.
Here's the screen, and Simmons kicks to Embiid. Here's Luwawu, good, and it's Cousins picking up the assist. Luwawu's got 5 points so far. And with Embiid's presence now, Clark, opponents shoot a very low percentage around the rim.
Well, the best defensive impact in the league by the numbers, Kevin, and his 7'5" wingspan, a big part of that.
Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. Some changes for Philadelphia. Sharch checked in for Joel Embiid. Robert Covington comes in for Simmons. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Luwawu Cabarrot. Orlando also making some changes. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Anderson comes in for Isaac, and it's Jackson in for Wells.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
Yeah, it's finishing your defense, Greg. We know that. You can defend, then you got to rebound the miss, and you got to get to the glass with intensity.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. 76ers ahead, leading by just 1. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. DJ really making a difference here.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Yeah, and it's been fun to watch, partner, because not only is he shooting a high percentage, a good percentage, he's also carrying the team.
We've got Joel Embiid. Fultz is out there with Luwawu. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Simmons in at the small forward position. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half. And Clark, you've seen so many college and NBA games. What skill or mindset do you see as the best predictor for when a college player is going to be an NBA star?
Well, it's hard to predict stardom, but clearly things that transfer from a skill standpoint from college to the NBA, at least historically, have been the ability to rebound at a high rate. That seems to always make its way from college to the pro game. And then the proficiency of your skill set in terms of ball handling, shooting, and then I would say at the point guard position, the ability to run a team usually transfers. When you can get other people's shots and understand flow and time and score and situations, that doesn't leave you from the college to the pro game.
Got a hand on it, and they get it back. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. There's the three, and Embiid with the block.
You know, he's been off so far, Kevin, but there's still time. I mean, he just needs to settle it down, idle it down a little bit, and try to contribute as much as he can on the offense within himself.
That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time. And it's the Magic with the ball. Fires for three. Cousins pulls it in. Now here's Fultz. Defense right on him. Cousins against Gordon. And Cousins gets it to go. And it's a 5-point 76ers lead.
And, you know, even when the defense is on him and Cousins is well guarded, he still gets it done. Excellent footwork, good hands and strength, and he stays focused when he's in the paint near the rim.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Fultz. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Pass to Cousins. That shot off. Gordon with the defensive effort. The Magic trail by 3. Greg, when you watch DeMarcus Cousins play, you can see the beating he takes in the post, can't you?
Yeah, and that's just how it goes with star centers, with the size and activity of Cousins. Just like Shaq in the sense, big bruising centers are hard to officiate. Other players can lay into them and not even make a dent, but anyone else, it would be a foul.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Redick is checked in. Then for the Magic, Olynyk, he's checked in for Isaac. And Fournier subbed in for Wells. Now here's Fultz, guarded by Rogers. Cousins on the follow.
Yeah, just tremendously physical. Cousins not afraid to rearrange some furniture in there.
No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a three-point play.
Shooting one.
That one on Embiid.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
For Orlando, they have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight, catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Sharch comes in for Joel Embiid, and Robert Covington subbed in for Ben Simmons.
And DJ, a fun guy to watch play, man. Fantastic at making quick decisions.
Redick passes to Cousins. Again, Philadelphia.
He is in the zone. There's a reason he keeps getting the ball. They're feeding him because they trust him to lead their team.
It's hauled in by the 76ers. Sharch has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Covington, and he uses the glass on the layup. Now it's a 4-point Philadelphia lead.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his 3-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
The Magic have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
Terry Rozier's checked in for the 76ers. Orlando also making some changes. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Olynyk. Anderson comes in for Gordon, and it's Jackson in for Rogers. Rozier kicks to Sharch. Here's Rozier, guarded by Jackson. And the basket by Rozier. Rozier's got the lead up to 5 now for the 76ers.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
Covington with it, guarded now by Jackson. Covington dishes to Cousins. 20 feet out. Nurkic with the block. Jackson against Covington. DJ passes to Nurkic. The shot's good.
I gotta admire that vision now. Like how DJ scans the floor in order to find the open man and does it well.
Outside, Redick. There's 38 seconds left to play in the third. The dish to Cousins. Shot from the wing. Cousins missing again.
And the defender was very apathetic there. Fortunately for them, he missed that mid-range jumper.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
And this is where you milk the clock.
Yeah, that's the intelligent play here, Greg, no doubt. No reason to chuck up some garbage shot.
Here's Rozier over Jackson. No good on that last second attempt there. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. 76ers lead by 1. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. Now let's listen in to Frank Vogel's huddle.
shrink the floor. When you're on the ball or close out faster.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game. And the 76ers with some changes. Embiid comes in for Saric, and Simmons subbed in for Robert Covington. Philadelphia's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And so in the game for the Magic, Isaac out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Rogers. Then there's Wells. And it's DJ in at center. Luwabu's shot is off. For Orlando, they've gone a dismal 0-for-5 to get the fourth quarter underway. Isaac, the putback. Simmons pulls it in. Simmons got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Inside. And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist by Simmons. 6 points for Joel Embiid.
Boy, what's most impressive about Simmons is how he finds the open man so consistently, the vision, the unselfishness. That's what you want to see out of him.
Dishes it to Wells. Orlando moving the ball around. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Richaun Holmes. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. It's deflected and stolen by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Love how Simmons commands the ball, especially in the big moments.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. Here's Gordon. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
Good to see Gordon coming through with a big basket. I mean, he's no stranger to these high-intensity moments.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
The wing 3 is no good there from DJ.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection.
Feeds it to Fultz. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
You know, it's one thing to have a nice stroke, but it's another to understand how to get yourself free outside the arc for your shot. Has a soft, delicate stroke, does Fultz, and it rolls off his fingers nicely.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
He kicks to Embiid. And stolen by DJ. Unloads from 13. And that one goes long.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Out left to the wing. There's the pass to Luwawu. He feeds it to Simmons. Clock at 6. Screen by Cousins. Shot off the screen. Fultz, no good.
Not surprising he missed that one, though, Kevin. I mean, the defense was very aggressive on him there.
Floats one up. It's stolen by Fultz. And the foul called on DJ. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. 44 seconds left in the game. Whoops, they pick off the pass.
Just waiting for a chance to make a play, and when the pass was made, he's all over it. Just a fantastic steal.
Like how committed DJ is once he gets deep position now. He's doing it with force. Exceptional at drawing contact in the post.
And both free throws good for DJ. And they are in the driver's seat.
Yes, they are. If they come away with points on this trip, Katie bar the door.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
Well, I look at Fultz, and he has perennial all-star written all over him. A fantastic playmaker who's really got a ready-made skill set for the NBA. Those foul shots put them that much more in the driver's seat.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Luwawu. Orlando grabs the miss.
And really nothing they can do now. They just got to play this one out.
Yep, this one's a wrap, partner.
And here's Fultz. And stolen by DJ. So the 76ers win it. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
It's time to choose the top.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Our featured matchup tonight out in Toronto, where the Raptors will be going up against the Orlando Magic. Well, for Orlando, they know this is not your throwaway game, a team they defeated in the second round of last year's playoffs. They'd better be ready. And tonight it's a race of thoroughbreds, two clubs that can go end to end.
Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada.
We're in the place they call the Air Canada Centre in Toronto, Ontario, the home of the Raptors, where we're broadcasting live. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, our analyst, Greg Anthony. And before we get going, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Frank Vogel. David, what do you have to say?
Well, guys, he has an admiration for what he called the intelligent, efficient offense.
Thank you, David. Just getting our feet wet here in the early season. But, Doris, for the talented teams that aren't coming together yet, how long do you think before they have to make some adjustments?
Well, I certainly don't think you take any observation you've made in the first 20 of the games of the season and run with it. It's such a short span of time to evaluate. And again, you may be having players who are not 100% healthy or are not quite in NBA game shape yet because of whatever occurred in the offseason. So I would think decisions are not made in the NBA in terms of, okay, do we need to make a trade? Do we need to adjust starters versus those who are coming off the bench? What's our rotation? Who's getting what kind of minutes? I would certainly think the feeling out process is as long as 20 games. Listen, if you're a GM, you're always in observation mode, but I think in terms of decision making, boy, before 20 games, I don't think you know what you have.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Orlando, Rogers is out there with Wells. Then it's Aaron Gordon. Then it's DJ. And it's Isaac in at the small forward. The pass to DJ. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a three-point play chance.
Boy, Kev, that's a tough attempt with a guy draped all over him, but DJ gets it to go and will get the +1.
Orlando shooting their first free throw of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Shoots over Wells. DeRozan's shot is off. And it's the Magic's ball. It's a three-point game. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad.
They take on a team they knocked out of the playoffs last season in the conference semis.
On defense, Orlando, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
How about the shooting percentage, though, in the low 30s? That tells you all you need to know.
I think indicative of some breakdowns in their offensive execution. You don't create any open looks, and they couldn't make the ones they were taking.
And he'll take that. The nice, easy mid-range jumper, first bucket of the day.
A pretty good way to start the game, right? The defense has to be more aggressive, keeping him away from that area of the floor, or it's going to be a long night.
Took him no time at all on that one. DJ's got 7.
You know, outstanding start. You've made 3 of your first 4. I think you'd have to say this about Coach Dwayne Casey. He is very consistent with his approach. The players know what he expects, and hard work is always at the top of that list.
Wells' shot is good.
Boy, that makes them 4 out of 5 to start this thing. They're finding very good shots early on.
And that replay presented by Under Armour, showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleash chaos moment. There's the pick. Lowry kicks to Bogdanovich. Now here's DeRozan. He's guarded closely. Ibaka sets the pick for Lowry. Just 4 to shoot. It's hauled in by Gordon. And Doris, as consistent as Casey is, flexibility is also an asset for a head coach, isn't it?
Well, I think it certainly can be, Kev. And you see Dwayne Casey starting to experiment a bit more, trusting the younger players, in-game adjustments. Obviously, trying different combinations is important, especially in the playoffs.
And racing up the court, you have a number of options and a great decision there.
I love how he took the initiative, right? You took charge of the opportunity and made the right decision.
In the corner, Ibaka with it. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Ibaka's got his second basket of the game.
Nice to see that Ibaka has added the three-point shot to his arsenal. You have now got to get a hand up on him when he's beyond the arc.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul goes against Orlando. The Raptors shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Collins checked in for Purdy. Lance Stevenson comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Kyle Lowry.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Raptors trail by 5. Now, here's McConnell. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Lakers. And you see Bogdanovich, 6'8", at times listed at shooting guard. GA, is he a 2?
No.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. On the court for Orlando, they've got DJ. Rogers is out there with Wells. Then there's Gordon, and it's Isaac in at the small forward position. There's the pick. Bogdanovich against Gordon. 5 on the clock. Lowry for 3. And it's DJ with the rebound.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
Almost like he was anticipating the play call, right? You love the hustle.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the 76ers was outstanding. He ended up with 25 points, and boy, was he active on defense. He had steals and blocks on that side of the ball. Impressive games like the one he just had show why this team has been so successful coming out of the gate. We'll see if they can continue their early season success tonight.
Okay, thanks, David. And what do you think, guys? Will we see a repeat of his performance again in this one?
I wouldn't be surprised if he's even better tonight, Kevin. He has the ability to follow up a great game with an even greater one.
Well, we would certainly enjoy watching that, but I'm sure he's not going to compare this game to last. He's just trying to lock in and do his job.
Birtle, the pass to Collins. Down low. Got a piece of it.
Gentlemen, DJ diving into the classics, knocking twice on the pipes on that rejection.
From downtown, it's hauled in by the Raptors. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
You know, sometimes you're going to win because of your performance, and on occasions, which was the case for them, it's the play of your opponent that allows you to escape with wins.
Well, there's no doubt. The offense looked scattered. Tons of turnovers, some of them forced, certainly, but many were not. It was made easy to defend.
Wells dishes to DJ. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. DJ's got 11.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Lowry drawing the double team. And DeRozan kicks to Bogdanovich. Birtle sets the pick for Bogdanovich. Off the screen. And again, Toronto no luck. If they play the clock right, they can go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Out left to the wing. Here's Wells. Great look there, but off target.
Kicking himself on that one. That is the shot he wanted.
Well, that's usually money in the bank for that guy. Not sure how he missed that one. You can see the reason it can be a tough day down low, and he's going after it on the glass. Some serious length to contend with.
And this is where you milk the clock.
Absolutely. You use as much of that ticker as you can. That's just good offense.
And DJ with the basket on the assist by Gordon. 13 points for DJ.
Boy, Kev, what terrific rhythm to DJ's game tonight. Nothing rushed, nothing forced, a smooth, efficient performance. Wow, what a crafty player. Gets it done any way he has to.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Magic out in front, up by 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Coach, it's early in the season, so what can you say about how things are going chemistry-wise so far?
I love it. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. You look at DJ in this one, he's been everywhere.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters, just a great effort for him for the entire half.
I don't think you could ask for anything more from this guy. He has been fantastic to start this one.
You know, Doris, when it comes to leadership, there are so many different ways to do it, different ways of leading. Among the players who are some of the more vocal leaders out there, who do you have circled?
You know, I think leadership sometimes, Kevin, requires that you make your teammates uncomfortable, and that's not always easy to do. So the 2 guys that come to mind for me are both Chris Paul and LeBron James. One, they're going to hold themselves to an incredibly high standard. And unless you're willing to do that, it's hard to bring everybody with you. So in terms of leadership, the guys I like watching the most right now in the current NBA are both Chris Paul and LeBron James.
Great examples. The talented Lowry and DeRozan pair in the backcourt. Baca is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Pirtle in its center. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors.
Well, listen, we know DJ's popular with his teammates, and it's not just about his great basketball play. This guy always comes with great music in the locker room. That's important.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's DeRozan, and sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
I think I can make the case that DeMar DeRozan finishes through contact like a big man. This guy is tremendous at end-one opportunities. I'll tell you, a little bit of an old-school offensive approach for DeMar DeRozan. He doesn't focus on that three-point shot, guys. He wants to attack the paint and work himself to the free throw line. It's been effective.
And the basket by Isaac.
Yeah, I tell you what, Isaac really rebounds well for his position. Takes advantage of that length and his reach to track down rebounds.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Raptors coach Dwayne Casey talked about the chemistry on his team. He said, "We couldn't be better. There's no ego, no hidden agendas. Guys understand their roles." Kyle Lowry told me, "We're a complete team, 15 deep, and we really mean that. You never know whose time it's going to be." Kevin?
And DA, depth is a crucial part of any team's success. Knowing you can rely on your teammates to step up is huge. And with a long-range shot becoming such a staple, Doris, do you think DeRozan's game suffers for his aversion to threes?
I don't at all, Kevin, because he's perfected his style of play. He's the master of the mid-range. This guy draws a ton of fouls, and because you've got to send an extra defender, his teammates get space to operate.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
McConnell kicks to Ibaka. Bogdanovich with it. He's got 7. And again, Toronto no luck. Magic leading by 5. Jackson has the open look. Connects from three-point range. Jackson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The Raptors have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. McConnell kicks to Pirtle. Toronto working the ball around now. Ibaka wide open. He fires from outside off the mark. Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Jackson passes to DJ. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Jakob Pirtle.
Well, rise and get to the cup. DJ showing the athleticism he brings to the table.
The Magic shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here. Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Collins checked in for Pirtle. And Anunoby subbed in for Bogdanovich. Then for the Magic, Justin Anderson, he's checked in for Isaac. And Fournier subbed in for Rogers. So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
But, Greg, no resistance, right? They're allowing them to get any kind of shot they want close. That simply can't happen.
Collins, a screen on Fournier. And Stevenson kicks to Ibaka. Here's Anunoby. Here's McConnell. And the Raptors miss again. And basketball's popularity in Canada, Doris, is skyrocketing.
And though it would be unthinkable years ago, basketball is now challenging hockey in terms of youth participation. So it's really no wonder we're seeing so many great NBA players who have come down from Canada. Love it.
1:39 left in the third quarter. Collins passes to McConnell. He dishes it to Collins. Here's Anunoby. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Boy, a kickout's probably a better option when the defense is swarming around like that.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
The feed to Collins. Over DJ. It's deflected, and he's able to get it back. Tries again. That's good, and the Orlando lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from McConnell.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
And DJ throws it down.
Boy, a little bounce in his step on that possession. DJ driving to the cup and playing with purpose.
Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Collins, a screen on Jackson. McConnell kicks to Ibaka. Passes to Anunoby. Feeds to Collins. Here's McConnell. Misses the 3. The Magic leading by 11. Shoots. Anderson.
He completely lost focus since the break, turning the ball over multiple times, and that's after no turnovers in the first half.
And some changes here for the Raptors. DeRozan comes in for Lance Stevenson, and it's Kyle Lowry in for TJ McConnell. The Raptors. Some changes for Toronto. Pirtle, he's checked in for Collins. And Bogdanovich is subbed in for Anunoby. On the court for Orlando, we've got Wells. Isaac out there with Gordon. Then there's Rogers. And it's DJ in at the 5 spot. Kept alive. Pirtle off target at the rim.
Man, look at how well the defense does to cut his path to the basket. Comes up empty on what might have been an easy play.
And the basket by Isaac.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Knocking down triples repeatedly, the defense starting to look helpless at this point.
And the first ever NBA player out of Austria, Jakob Poeltl, the 9th overall pick back in 2016.
And remember, he was the Pac-12 Player of the Year as a sophomore at Utah. This guy's 7'1", pretty good athlete, still adding strength, though, to bang bodies at the NBA level.
The 3. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. Raptors trail by 15. And stolen by DJ. Pulls it from 20. The offensive rebound.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
For Toronto, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. There's the screen. Lowry drawing the double team. Ibaka right side. Here's Poeltl. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, the hard work on the offensive glass pays off for Jakob Poeltl. Like to see that mindset from the big man. Goes back up strong as soon as he gets his hands on the basketball.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
I'll tell you, you got to admire the energy. This guy really wants to put this one away.
Ibaka dishes to Lowry. Lobs it up for Ibaka. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. DJ with it, now guarded by Poeltl. 4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Now DeRozan. Here's the screen. Outside Lowry. Out to DeRozan. Pass to Lowry. Another shot. Pass to Ibaka. Doris, it's been said that you started playing basketball in the 2nd grade. How did your love of this sport become so evident so early?
Yeah, you know, I moved to the Jersey Shore when I was 7 years old. There was a park right next door. And, you know, I'm the last of 8 kids. My family didn't have a ton of money. But, boy, all I needed was a rim and a basketball. And I could spend 6, 7, 8 hours. My mother used to call me back in from the park to have lunch or dinner. I just spent my entire childhood on the hard court next door dribbling away.
Were you naturally good at it, or did you feel like you had to work at it, or did you just feel like I got a knack for this, I think?
No, I think, you know, obviously when you play the game from 7 years old, you pick up on a lot of the nuance. And as in anything, you have to work hard at something to be good at it. And
right.
It didn't feel like work because I love basketball.
It shows even now. Here's McConnell. And again, Toronto, no luck.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Pass to Isaac. Kicks it to DJ. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Doris, we've seen a number of aging players really change their bodies through better nutrition and improved fitness conditioning. Do you think we'll see more guys even extending it further, playing into their 40s in the NBA?
Well, how great would it be to see LeBron James play into his 40s? You look at a guy in the NFL, a much more physically demanding game in terms just of the hitting that's done in the game. Tom Brady approaching his 40th year, incredible. And LeBron James would be the player I point to. There's a guy 6'8", 200 and whatever he is, probably 65 pounds, who every single day puts time into the process of keeping his body healthy. It's great. His greatness has been sustained, but he pays a price to get there, Kevin.
And Doris, you can change your body and you can change your game too as you grow older.
That's a great point. Think about how much of a low post scorer Kobe Bryant became later on in his career.
Yes.
Because the elevation,
great example.
His ability to elevate, so different.
Great example. Anunoby, good.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Magic.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win. Both teams will make substitutions. "34 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one."
Oh, Kev, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. And it's Orlando's ball. The baseline J. Anderson passes to DJ. Outside for Jackson. A three ball. And it's DJ missing.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively. Playing with lots of energy here, trying to cause turnovers.
I love the tenacity right now. Definitely on the prowl, looking for every opportunity to make a steal. The other team has got to be sharp.
They set the pick. Here's Lowry. They get it back. Kicks it out to Stevenson. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.
Let's go, baby.
DJ, fantastic game.
Thanks.
Listen, Kevin and the guys want to talk to you back at the studio. Right this way.
Let's do it.
Hey, Shaq here. I love how you were able to take control of the game with your score. Was this a barbecue chicken alert kind of night?
Barbecue chicken. Man, I was just finishing plays that the rest of the team was creating. And, you know, when a team has the ball moving around and the offense is flowing like we had tonight, you know, anybody on the team can put up big numbers. And tonight I just happened to be that guy.
Barbecue chicken alert, Ernie. Back to you.
Thanks for watching, guys. Next week, we will be bringing you our 4th annual Hey Guys Awards. This is when we get to celebrate.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Magic in Orlando. We've seen a lot of quality basketball from this Magic team lately. They are putting together an impressive stretch of basketball. Only one
The skyline of Orlando seen here during a gorgeous sunset. Quite a backdrop for our broadcast tonight. We are live from Amway Center for an Eastern Conference contest with the Magic in Orlando. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. And before this game gets going, let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Fred Hoiberg. David.
Well, Kevin, he said defensively their main priority is going to be preventing points in the paint. He told me we can't let...
Thank you, David. Well, Smitty, we have a fantastic matchup between two of the top centers in the league right in front of us here. It's a throwback to an era of an earlier time when big men were dominant in this league.
Kevin, I remember those days when you just sat down, you wanted to see Shaq versus Ewing, Akeem versus David Robinson. Those were fun. Yes, as a guard, we had matchups, but you know that was different. Those were the big men battling.
Yes.
I miss those days.
I do too. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at the Bulls. Markkanen is out there with Vucevic. Then there's Chambers. Then there's Valentine. And it's Levine in at the 2. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. Hits the three-point bomb. Markkanen's got the first 3 points tonight for Chicago. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. And here are the Bulls now. It's a three-point game coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Yeah, I just thought their energy was lacking defensively. Just gave up way too many easy shots.
You know what? That's a problem anytime, but especially on the road where you need to be given an extra effort.
On defense, the Bulls. The dish now to DJ. One up, one down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
Cool and steady from mid-range. DJ looking comfortable working that in-between area.
Outside, Levine. Pass to Markkanen to the wing right side. Here's Chambers. Offensive rebound. Vucevic. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
You know, there's nothing more frustrating than that. Giving up points on a possession, you won.
Now, DJ. He had 28 points in the win against the Raptors in Toronto.
And he really made an impact defensively. His 4 steals were huge.
First trip to the line for him here.
And with an 86% free throw average, you can count on him to come through on most trips.
And for a guy who went undrafted, who had to impress scouts through individual workouts, credit DJ for his relentlessness. And this is what we've come to expect from him. This type of consistency from the line.
Vucevic is screen on Rodgers. Rodgers against Chambers. It's hauled in by the Magic. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And look, it's always tough to win on the road. You've got to go in with the right mindset, and they did.
They were the aggressors that night, relentless in their approach, especially scoring the basketball.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Kicks to Markkanen. Pass to Valentine. Outside, Levine. Launches a 3. Chambers can't make the basket. The Magic have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today.
Well, whenever you watch the Bulls, you can't help but think back to their golden age. I remember those days. The 90 Bulls are arguably one of the best teams ever. Hard to argue with the greatness of those teams.
Levine kicks to Markkanen. And there's the pass to Chambers. Ball's knocked loose. Oh, and here we go. Isaac's got the fast break chance. And another. Once again, shot good from DJ. DJ's got 8 points. And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
You think back when Fred Hoiberg was a player in the NBA, great shooter who had a strong knowledge of the game. Not too surprised he ended up as a coach.
So for the Magic, Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Gordon. Anderson comes in for Isaac, and Wells is subbed in for Evan Fournier. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Felicio's checked in for Vucevic. Sabonis comes in for Markkanen. Mirotic is checked in for Valentine. And it's Baker in for Chambers. And Smitty, you and Hoiberg played against one another during your careers and even guarded each other, I think, from time to time. What was it like going up against a player like him?
You know, Kevin, he must have been real young because I'm so old. I don't even remember that. But I do know and remember Fred Hoiberg and watching him coach. He is a fast decision maker. Also would find space as a player. And you see some of his strengths as a player and how he designs his offense right now.
Just 5 on the clock. There's the screen. Here's Baker. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Baker's got his first points in this one. Orlando leading by 3. Unloads from 13. Felicio with a rebound.
Can't convert, but a good opportunity from mid-range. He'll take that every time.
43 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Baker. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Baker's got his second bucket tonight.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
Well, this is where he shows both skill and body control along with the attack mindset.
Mirotic, a screen on Anderson. Got a piece of it.
And there's a certain art to blocking shots without fouling. DJ with perfect timing.
And DJ throws it down.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. And the foul called on DJ. So a new group on the floor for Orlando. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Felicio. Markkanen comes in for Sabonis. Valentine's checked in for Mirotic. And Chambers subbed in for Zach LaVine. Isaac out there with Gordon. Then it's Evan Fournier. Then it's DJ. And it's Rogers in at the 1 spot. That's who's out there for Orlando. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Raptors put on a show. He ended with 28 points and did his work on the boards, rounding it off with some stellar defense. He flat out dominated. The other team threw waves of defenders at him, but nobody could slow him down. He'll be looking to carry that effort into tonight's game. Kevin?
Thanks, David, for another reminder of just what an unbelievable performance that was.
One that everyone's still talking about tonight. He dominated that game in just about every way possible.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to see what he's got in store for us tonight. Maybe he tops himself again. I think he just might do it.
You know, Smitty, most players love to create with the ball in their hands, but you can create off the ball too. Who do you think's the best at moving off the ball right now?
I think the best is Klay Thompson right now. He doesn't need a lot of dribbles to get you 60, Kevin. Other guys, J.J. Redick, Kyle Korver, Dwayne Wade. Even Father Time hasn't caught up with Dwayne Wade. He's doing a nice job playing without the basketball.
Terrific names you rattle off right there. And DJ throws it down.
Late defensive rotation. You must keep an eye on DJ at all times.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Baker passes to Markkanen. Chambers against Rogers. Passes it to Baker. 5 to shoot. The offensive rebound. Vucevic. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Second chance opportunities. The great equalizer.
Pulls up on the wing. No good on that one. So the Bulls will take it the other way. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Orlando.
And here we go. The first in what will be a 3-game season series between the two teams.
Both teams will be fighting hard in all these games. They can't split this series.
And the basket by Olynyk.
Often you find him out on the wing, but Olynyk seizing the opportunity to go inside and dig out that extra possession.
29 seconds left now here in the second. Baker kicks to Vucevic. Here's Baker, who's guarded by Fournier from 15 feet away, and it's DJ with the rebound. DJ's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Goes up the baseline. No good on that one. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Valentine. It's blocked. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Magic lead by 1. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Zach, a hard-fought first half. What changes have to be made to get a little separation?
They're making tough shots. We're trying to stick to our concept, so we got to come back, make plays, make shots, and, just stay solid.
Always a challenge for a young team. Thanks for your time, Zach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. DJ really making a difference here.
Yeah, the effort and intensity from a defensive standpoint has just really been superb, really firing up his team.
His rim protection in the first half, that allows his teammates to extend out defensively because they know he's lurking in the background.
So for Chicago right now, they've got Markkanen, Chambers out there with Levine, then there's Valentine, and it's Vucevic in at the 5 down low. Count it, and he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. That one on Vucevic.
He did it with great body control. DJ absorbs the contact, completes the play, now goes to the line for a potential and one.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game. On the free throw, no good. The Bulls shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Chambers kicks to Levine. And here is Markkanen. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
That's nice patience by Zach LaVine, finding the open man, not trying to do it all himself.
Feeds to Fournier. Out to the right wing. There's the triple. The Magic making a switch here. Wells is checked in. Then for the Bulls, Felicia's checked in for Vucevic. Sabonis comes in for Markkanen. And Mirotic subbed in for Denzel Valentine. Mirotic the screen. There's the pick. Chambers kicks to Mirotic. Pass to Sabonis. Off target from outside. Orlando trailing here. And here's the break. And it's DJ missing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Buries it from 3-point range. Mirotic has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. From the arc. Here's Gordon. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
To the inside, here's Mirotic, takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Firing on all cylinders here in the third. Only one miss in 5 attempts.
Out to the wing, beyond the arc. And it's DJ missing.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
Levine can't hit. The Magic trail by 5. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And Smitty, I can see on a court where you have a favorite spot to shoot, but were you the kind of guy too, because you were such an outstanding shooter, that you had to receive the ball at a certain place, like on your hip or around your shoulder, in front or on the side? Was that important to your shot?
Hey, Kevin, great question. A lot of guys like it in different situations. They call it a shot pocket, but I kind of liked it on my left side to kind of grab it with my left hand so I can catch it. Then I can rip through an all-in-one motion or pump fake. So putting it on that left hand was where I really liked it, Kevin.
It was in your rhythm, right? That's exactly where you could catch, and that was the rhythm that you would establish for yourself.
Yeah, for sure. And every time it was there, you just felt like it was going in. Obviously, if it wasn't perfect, you still had to make the shot. But that's where I liked it, right on that left hand to go right into my shot.
Three-pointer. Again, Levine missing. Orlando's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Wells' shot is good.
I love watching Wells pull up from beyond the arc. A remarkable scorer when given room to shoot.
Chambers kicks to Sabonis. Chambers against Rogers. Mirotic the screen. Here's Levine. The shot will not fall. And Orlando the other way now. Okay, time now for an injury report.
It's not what anyone wanted to hear, as it sounds like it's a severe injury. That is such a tough blow to take at the early stage of this season. Hopefully, with it being early, he can recover and help this team down the road. Kevin?
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sidelines.
I know he'll fight back hard to get back on the floor. He wants to be out here with his teammates.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Yeah, you need to refocus now. Momentum is running against you.
And from what I'm seeing, is too many unfavorable matchups out there on the floor.
Orlando making some changes. Olynyk, he's checked in for DJ. Fournier. For Orlando, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. They've got DJ, Isaac out there with Aaron Gordon. Then it's Evan Fournier, and it's Rogers in at the point. That's who's out there for Orlando.
Sometimes when DJ gets rolling offensively, he becomes near unconscious. We're seeing part of that here.
Chambers kicks to Levine. They set the pick. Drains the three-pointer. Levine's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Chicago.
And you can see where they're attacking here in the fourth, strictly from the perimeter.
You know, plenty of teams, they try this strategy. Works when you're hot, but works against you when you're not.
And in a game this tight, a few plays either way can start to turn the tide.
Both teams, they're trying to spark a run, but with the talent in these lineups, it's hard for either side to break away.
And the foul called on DJ. And that'll be his third foul so far. Wells, he's checked in for the Magic. Chambers kicks to Vucevic over DJ. Vucevic with the bucket. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Tries from 10. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. 23 points for DJ. The Bulls have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Levine dishes to Vucevic. Bulls moving the ball around. Outside, Levine. He kicks to Mirotic. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Bulls making a switch here. Valentine's checked in. Shot clock at 2. Levine inside the three-point line. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
I mean, both sides are really battling. Zach LaVine right in the middle of it, wanting to take charge.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
And stolen by DJ. And DJ throws it down.
Love how DJ just takes over these big possessions. He wants the ball in his hands when things are tight.
Levine passes to Markkanen. Inside. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And no doubt both teams competing at a high level, but the consistency has been lacking here. Another lead change.
I like to fight in these clubs. Neither side willing to give an inch. We'll see how it turns out.
Pass to Rogers. Second chance shot, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Vucevic.
This is the result of taking it up strong in the paint. DJ now going to the line.
Evan Fournier's checked in for Wells. And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead.
This guy is the definition of the word clutch. He has all the trust in the world from his teammates in these kinds of situations.
Levine kicks to Markkanen. Here's Vucevic, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. There's the call. It's a foul on Orlando. He gets the first, and that ties the game up. And so making both free throws, that'll give them the lead here.
Yeah, critical that he's able to convert there. Now they've taken the lead.
Low block shot on the way, and DJ with the nice bucket inside. DJ's got 29.
Man, I like seeing DJ come to life when the game is on the line. He isn't afraid to take these huge shots, which is exactly the mindset you got to have.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, DJ.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Fred Hoiberg was talking to his team during the timeout. He told them, don't look at the scoreboard. It's 0-0. One play at a time. Execute the game plan. That's how we're going to win this game. Kevin is trying to keep him focused.
Now here's Vucevic. D right on him. Picked by Vucevic. Clock at 4. Levine nails it.
Well, that is NBA level right there.
It's the way the game is supposed to be played. Guys competing at the highest level.
A baseline J, and it's DJ missing. Guys, it's come down here to a very important possession.
No room for error.
Good recognition by Levine. Has the defender where he wants him. Doesn't let him off the hook.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that will put them up by 2.
Well, they should be looking at a 3-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
Chicago grabs the miss, and stolen by DJ. Here's Rogers. The Magic again can't hit. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Tremendous showing of confidence by getting those 2 to fall.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're down by 4. 19 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Stolen by Markkanen. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5.
I mean, thinking back to where Levine was drafted, 13th overall, raised some eyebrows, but it was all about upside.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're behind by 6. There's 18 seconds left in the 4th. Guys, what's your take?
And I'm not sure the 2-point bucket does much here. I think they got to go for 3.
They need to work on getting a clean, quality look from the perimeter here. That should be their focus.
And he commits the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. Here is Rogers. They need this, and DJ throws it down.
That's how you finish a play, and that's how you fire up your teammates. DJ in the house.
And now we've got the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game. 6 seconds left in the game. Three-pointer. Good.
It's interesting how the game has evolved. Almost every position now has to be able to hit the three, and DJ does it right there.
And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled. Everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Now, for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. So long.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And coming right up, we'll see the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the Orlando Magic. Well, for Orlando, these guys are playing good basketball with 7 wins in their last 10 games, and they like their chances tonight. And tonight, 2
It's Eastern Conference time for the trap, and nothing tips off a...
Well, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo came to the NBA as an unheralded...
Boy, that's fascinating stuff, D.A. Thank you so much. What better way to learn from your mistakes? Some impressive athletes tonight, Brett, really on both sides. How much of the outcome will come down to which team executes the best?
Yeah, most of the games decided in this league do come down to that very fact, Kevin.
Execution.
Yeah, which of these teams is going to put themselves first in position and then to do their best with the position they put themselves into? That means execution.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. Gordon out there with Isaac. Then it's DJ. Then there's Rogers. And it's Fournier in at the 2-guard spot.
And that's a quick foul for him there. Looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
Pulls up. And it's DJ missing. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Pass to Clarkson. And it's blocked. But they get it back. Shot clock at 5. From deep. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. Orlando moving the ball around. And that one is good from DJ. DJ's got the first points up on the board here for the Magic.
A split-second decision from DJ on the catch-and-shoot jump shot. That's a sign of a player with the right mindset, ready to fire.
Now here's Moore. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And again, another basket there from DJ.
A burst of speed down the lane. I like the way that DJ finishes on the move. Remix.
And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
And you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game. Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. Brent, some incredible players have put on the jersey for the Bucks in their storied history. Do you have a favorite Bucks player who you always appreciated watching?
Well, I'll name 3, Kevin. First, Jack Sikma. Second, Sidney Moncrief. And third, Terry Cummings. Those were some of the more incredible offensive teams during the 1980s that do not get enough credit.
Fires the 3. Rebound by Parker. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Back to Clarkson. Tries it from 19. He can't get that one to fall. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
And the fact they still had a chance to win that game, I find to be somewhat amazing because it was clearly an off night for most of their guys.
And I'll tell you, if they had pulled that game out, it would have been an amazing win because they made a bunch of mistakes. Nothing was going their way, and somehow they still nearly won it.
And DJ throws it down.
Man, once he gets down that lane, DJ is not going to go easy. He's going to finish with some strength.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Maker with a screen for Clarkson. He dishes it to Maker. It's deflected. Pass to DJ. Here's Isaac from downtown. Connects from 3-point range.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Clarkson against Rogers. Clarkson dishes to Antetokounmpo. He feeds it to Maker. Fires at the elbow. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Now, 2 areas where Giannis is improving is his poise and his awareness. That time he finds the open man. Always take time to think about Jason Kidd and his career, having played against him in high school in the Bay Area in Oakland as he was a star of St. Joseph's. There's no question that back then he had the acumen and the intellect to be a coach. Was always that on the floor during his career and doing it now in Milwaukee.
Cans the shot with nobody near him. Antetokounmpo's got his first basket of the night.
That's another area where Antetokounmpo is looking better and better. The catch and shoot jump shot.
And here's the fast break. Clarkson leading the way.
Oh, wow.
Hello.
That's a beautiful jam.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Now, here's Clarkson following the miss by DJ. Rogers against Clarkson. Over Rogers, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Moore with the steal, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. The Magic trail by 4. And it's DJ missing.
Now, this just doesn't seem to be his night, or his team's for that matter either. And they got to pull it together.
Oh, no, that athletic.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love to see Giannis in the dunk contest. Wouldn't that be sweet, Kevin?
Mm-hmm. to end the run, and DJ throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Back to the action after this word. And the first big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Jabari Parker's checked in for Thon Maker. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Ross. Morris checked in for McLemore. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Malcolm Brogdon. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. DJ is checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Murray comes in for Kelly Olynyk. Gordon's checked in for Justin Anderson. And Evan Fournier subbed in for Rogers. So on the floor for Orlando, we've got Wells, Aaron Gordon out there with Murray. And it's DJ, and it's Fournier in at the 2. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Bulls was huge. He scored 35 points, and he seemed to have a hand in all the big defensive stops, putting up good numbers in both the steal and block columns. He played a tremendous all-around game, and you love to see that type of effort. We'll see if he can maintain that kind of energy tonight.
Great, David. Appreciate it. Well, he set the bar pretty high for himself with that performance.
He did. I mean, but we know he's going to try to raise that bar again tonight. No matter how good he is, he's always thinking he can do better.
And the great players are never satisfied. We'll see what he does in the next one.
Moore with it. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Good touch on the inside from E'Twaun Moore. Never bashful about taking it right to the defense.
Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity, and it's Murray laying it in. Murray's got the lead up to 6 now for the Magic.
Bucket earned, out-muscling and out-hustling everybody for the rebound.
And the foul called on DJ. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, there are good fouls, and then there's those fouls. That's not a good one. Limits himself on defense, and he can't nearly be as physical for the rest of the period.
The Magic making a switch here. Isaac's checked in. Shot's good by Wilson.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Wells kicks to Fournier. Orlando moving the ball around. From past the arc. Rebounded by the Bucks. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
And they couldn't get stops when they needed to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
And it's not that you have to take chances, but you got to step up your effort and try to get disruptive. They never did that. And on the road, that's a recipe for disaster.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Orlando out in front, up by 4. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. DJ really making a difference here.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, he has been dominant as we expected coming into this one. Skilled and relentless.
All the big bucks up front. Giannis, Parker, and Maker. Clarkson is out there with E'Twaun Moore. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd.
Going to work on the inside now and causing all sorts of problems. DJ's not afraid to get physical on the low block.
Brent the stretch 4, the 3 and D players, specialties that have emerged over the years. Any other specialties you see becoming a trend?
The one that I see as a trend, Kevin, right now is the redefining of the 5 position. To think about guys like Porzingis, Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns. Anthony Davis, being able to stretch a defense out at the 5 position all the way out to the 3-point line. We're redefining what it means to be a center in the NBA.
I'm sure there are traditional guys that see that and just can't believe what they're watching, huh? Guys out there that big and hitting shots.
Yeah, most of those old guys will take back to the home, Kevin. Just enjoy it while you can.
Yeah.
A little tit-for-tat action going on the back-to-back trades.
Yeah, a little gamesmanship from range could force both defenses to maybe extend out a little further.
There's a good screen. Parker passes to Antetokounmpo. And it's blocked.
You got to be careful around Isaac. His length is a problem for the opposition. He stifles shooters with that reach. There's your run out. Great individual play.
Yeah, beats the transition defense up the floor, and then the easy finish. Boy, those feel good.
Moore with the bucket.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lazy play right there. You're hoping that the guy misses the shot without really doing your job in challenging it.
Fast break, Milwaukee. Clarkson's running and stolen by DJ. Goes up, and DJ throws it down.
Well, no need for a shot clock on that possession. DJ not wasting any time finishing off the break.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Clarkson kicks to Antetokounmpo. There's a screen. And it's Orlando with the rebound. DJ's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. DJ's got 9 points now in just the second half. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And he's probably looking at some matchups on the floor he'd like to take advantage of.
I'm interested in what he's seeing and then what kind of play they run coming out of this timeout.
And the Bucks with some changes. Terrence Ross is checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Bucks trail. 1:11 left here in the third quarter. Maker, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on DJ.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
For Milwaukee, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
And up the court come the Magic on the break. From the wing, Wilson grabs the board. For Milwaukee, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. For the lead, the bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. That one on Wells.
And they have scraped and clawed to get back into this thing, just chipping away little by little and finally now taking the lead.
Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Orlando. And he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
And this quarter has been all about him. You feel every shot he's going to take is going in.
The Magic shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
DJ wants to be at the center of everything that this team does, whether it's behind the tables or on the court. This guy's itching for a scratch.
And McLemore kicks to Ross. Got it from 16 feet. And the Bucks lead by 1. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
And DJ throws it down.
Well, imagine this, Kevin, a DJ finding his rhythm. This is an unbelievable roll he's on.
And so it's Milwaukee with it. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. It sets in motion a 4-game road trip for them. They set the pick. Ross kicks to Brogdon. Back to Ross. 6 to shoot. No good on the triple. And DJ with the basket on the assist from Wells. Wells has got 4 assists in the game.
Now, he's a smooth operator in the paint, and DJ making the most of the high percentage shot in tight.
And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game, neither team giving ground. Magic lead by 3. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And meanwhile, Frank Vogel talking to his team.
We got to get early strikes, guys. Push the tempo. Push the tempo. Here we go.
And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first three, we should be in for a treat. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the court for Orlando, they've got DJ. Wells is out there with Rogers. Then it's Aaron Gordon. Wells' shot is good.
And Wells, man, he is tough to shake. Does a good job of not letting the D get to him when he's shooting.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. There's the dish to Maker. Back to Antetokounmpo. Free throw line jump shot, and he nails the jumper.
Well, you see the excellent skill set, and this is when you want to make an impact.
I feel like there's an uptick in the intensity as well. Fourth quarter, and it's closing time.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Free throw good, DJ.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Clarkson dishes to Antetokounmpo. Back to Clarkson. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Here's Maker. Off target on the 15-footer.
And usually that mid-range jumper finds the bottom of the net. The defense has to be more aggressive moving forward.
And Maker sends it back. And here's more outside. Wells grabs the miss. Magic leading by 7. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
Some turnovers necessary. That one, not so much.
Jabari Parker's checked in for Milwaukee. And a switcher also for Orlando. Isaac's checked in. For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Moore outside. Back to Clarkson. Launches a 3. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
A lot of people feel like Moore has natural point guard ability, so I like to see him find the open man.
And that one's good, DJ.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Parker passes to Maker. Back to Parker. Wants to get it to Antetokounmpo and does. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And we watch Giannis out there. He just looked unstoppable, Greg, at times. The way he's able to attack the rim, the blend of size, speed, and length is just unparalleled in the NBA.
And it's the movement that throws you off with Giannis. One step, and he's gone from the 3 line to the rim. There isn't any way to stop someone that skilled who's that big. Has he risen to the challenge down the stretch, or what? 3 of 4 here in the fourth.
Clarkson kicks to Moore. The feed to Antetokounmpo. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 4 rebounds in this game. The pass to DJ. Here is Rogers. Gordon with a screen on Parker. Dishes to DJ. And DJ throws it down.
Well, I like seeing DJ's skills, not at the turntables, but at the rack. Who needs layups when you can throw it down like that?
Clarkson dishes to Moore. He kicks it to Antetokounmpo. Passes it to Maker. From deep. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 6 assists in the game. The 10-footer. The shot, no good. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Lays it up and banks it in. Now it's just a 3-point Orlando lead.
So exciting to see the growth of the Greek Freak. There are shots that stars sink, and that's a momentum changer right there.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Evan Fournier's checked in for Wells, and he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
And he steps up and knocks them down, making it a 2-possession game.
Clarkson passes to Moore. Kicks it to Antetokounmpo. Unloads from 13. And another basket for Milwaukee.
And Antetokounmpo continues to improve from the mid-range area. He's got such a high release on his shot. Nobody's really going to touch it.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're trailing by 5. 1:24 left in the fourth quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, DJ.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Jason Kidd going over the plan with his team for the last few minutes. He told them they have to pick it up. He said there's no time like the present, fellas. Embrace the moment, and let's take back this game. We'll see what they can do, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And DJ throws it down.
I love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look. And at a certain point, there's just nothing more you can do.
Well, they're nearing that point right now. Everything would have to go perfectly just to give them a shot.
And stolen by Gordon. Now here's DJ. Not a lot of room. Got that bucket in no time at all. DJ's got 47 points.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
And you could just see everything coming together like a perfect storm, and they just rolled on through.
Baseline jumper. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And you got to wonder, how high is the ceiling for Giannis in terms of the versatility out there on the floor tonight? He is putting on a scoring show.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And it's DJ missing. Here's Milwaukee now. They trail by 7. From deep, Moore. And no good. Now here's DJ. He's guarded closely.
And just keeping his teammates involved. This is the kind of leadership you like to see.
Well, you could trademark this brand of basketball, running through the progressions and working around for decent looks.
For 3, Ross. That one, no good.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Just couldn't complete the play.
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
Tonight they have stuck with what they do well, handling all the exterior pressure, and they're likely to come out on top here.
DJ, great game.
Thanks, Char. Am I blowing up?
You're trending. Oh, hey, we need to go do an interview with the guys in the studio. Let's go.
Let's get it, man.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey again, everybody. Ernie Johnson. I got Shaq here. Got Kenny the Jet here. Standing by on headset near the locker rooms, right down the hall, around the corner, we get a chance to catch up with our post-game guest.
Hey, what's up? This is Kenny. You look great out there in that win, and I believe you set a season high in scoring, young man. Is it fair to call this your most complete game?
Yeah, I would call it complete in the sense that I was completely dominant. You know, I'm thinking this is just a start, though. You know what I mean? See, I got a good feeling that I'm about to go on a rampage where this is going to be viewed as my weakest game, Kenny.
Wow. Well, just be careful. You got other guys listening.
I got it.
And that's going to do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. For the Jet, for the Diesel, for Kevin Harlan, and for the entire 2K Sports crew, the entire 2K Sports crew.
That's everyone.
Ernie Johnson. Have a wonderful evening.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight's game held at Amway Center. It's the Orlando Magic going up against the Phoenix Suns. Well, for the Suns, they haven't forgotten the fact that this team swept them last year in the regular season. This is a game they had circled going in. Well, I don't know how many of us saw this coming from DJ. 50 points. 5-0. 5-0. 50 points in a game. That puts him on a very short list of players able to do that.
Ernie, I have something that's called a stat jacket. And on the bottom of the jacket, it says, I scored 50 points 3 times in my career. So if he can beat that, I'll have to show him nothing but respect.
Did you make that jacket yourself?
Yes, and I got you one coming, too.
Oh, yeah?
How
What's
many
mine
times
going to
did he
say
get
on it?
It's going to say Ernie.
How about the 50 for DJ, Jeff?
Well, what's scary about that, Ernie, is I think he could get even better.
Really?
I think he can. Because the question is, how many times can he repeat this? And I think that he can do it again.
What's Kenny's jacket going to say?
Nothing.
Kenny, it won't even.
The skyline of Orlando is seen here during a gorgeous sunset. Quite a backdrop for our broadcast tonight. Welcome, everyone. It's time for NBA action, coming to you live on this Saturday night. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Thrilled to be back in Orlando, the Magic ready for that home court advantage. And the continued absence of Tyler Ulis, the story for them.
Yeah, and Kevin, they've been doing fine without him. Took on a much different look when he went down, but I think it suited them. They've added a few dimensions to their...
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, when Devin Booker's father...
And that kind of toughness is crucial to have at a young age. Thanks, D.A. And it's the Suns to start out. And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Bledsoe and Booker, the engine of this team. They're the backcourt. Then it's John Henson. Then there's Jackson. Sinks that one from the post. Bledsoe's got the opening basket of the game for the Suns.
And so it begins, taking control right up front.
And you know, Greg, that's what you like to see, grabbing hold of the lead right now, right away.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
On defense, the Suns. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
And what stood out to me, Greg, was the aggressive.
Oh! Just no denying his athletic ability. Jackson, whenever he sees a chance to attack the rim and make a statement, he doesn't waste any time rising up.
Hey, Greg, when you watch Josh Jackson play, it's easy to see that he can eventually be one of the best defenders in the league if he works at it.
The blocks and steals, I think, will always be there for Jackson with that length. As he progresses as a player, though, he should improve in the little things. It reminds you a bit of a young Andre Iguodala at times with how explosive he can be athletically.
Henson the pass to Jackson to the left side wing. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Bledsoe, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And when I watch Eric Bledsoe, I really feel like he's at his best when he's kind of prodding a defense. So hard to keep away from the rim. When he attacks, it just opens everything else up in his offensive game.
And, Greg, as you said, the aggressiveness Bledsoe has going to the rim is a key for him to getting those open shots then on the perimeter.
And the team is at their best when he is in attack mode. Opens up lanes for cuts as you just can't keep him out of the paint. Knows when to drop off a pass after he beats his opponent as well for an easy score.
They set the screen to the wing right side. Goes up from the top of the key. And he overshot that one, missing. For Orlando, they won their last contest, that game against Milwaukee.
Executed on the road, stayed focused, stayed consistent with who you are as a team.
I love that, Greg. You got to do that away from home. It shows how connected they are with one another playing that way, and excellent chemistry.
The Magic shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
Kicks it to Booker. To the right side. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Near the three-point line, it's Bledsoe. Up again. It's good on the putback.
And, you know, Henson's height and length and reach makes him a force on the glass. He does a nice job chasing down those rebounds.
And he makes that one. And that's now 7 points for DJ.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting calls, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
Clark, you were a strong free throw shooter when you played. Why do some big men have such a hard time being at least serviceable at the free throw line?
Well, I'm not as big as some of the biggest guys that have the most trouble. Typically, you see guys north of 6'8", 6'9", struggling tremendously from the line in general. And because of that, I think sometimes it's the mechanics of shooting the ball, and big hands can sometimes be a hindrance to that. Oftentimes, it's a matter of how much do you work at it and how soon do you start working at it. A lot of times, big guys tend to focus on their post moves and scoring the ball close to the bucket and not as much as shooting. But you're seeing more and more big guys with sweet strokes, and I think it's a matter of, again, basic fundamentals, mechanics, and then putting in hours and hours and hours of work on it.
He sinks the 11-footer. Here is Rodgers. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. He can't hit that time. The Suns have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Shots good by Bledsoe.
No explanation for giving up these wide open looks. Total breakdown. Unacceptable defense.
The three. Here's Gordon. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds, and they look strong here in the early going.
The Magic shooting their second and third free throws tonight. And the first one at the line is good.
Well, I really respect how DJ plays the game. I mean, he's got a fairly laid-back attitude, but it's a calming, confident presence on the court.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Justin Anderson comes in for Isaac, and Evan Fournier subbed in for Wells. Lets it go. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And the shot by Warren, no good. Whoops, they pick off the pass. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Suns ahead. They're up by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Well, up to this point, so Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. DJ is checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Aaron Gordon comes in for Kelly Olynyk. Isaac's checked in for Anderson. And Wells is subbed in for Rogers. We've got Evan Fournier. Gordon out there with DJ. Then there's Wells. And it's Isaac in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Bucks put on a show. He finished with 51 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. And Kevin will see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. I mean, he'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
Well, Greg, you know where I'm going. He was a stat sheet stuffer in that game. Did a little bit of everything and did it all well.
He's made 2 of his 3 attempted tonight.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he attacked, got to the line a bunch, and cashed in on his chances. You know, he's been one of those players they've wanted on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games, guys.
On the wing, Booker. 23 points for him the last game against the Bulls in Chicago.
And scoring the ball comes easily and naturally to him. He's a versatile player at the offensive end.
Takes a 3. Rebound by the Suns.
Unfortunately, his shot has been everywhere, all over the place. Can't buy a basket. However, his teammates got him covered.
And here's Bledsoe. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Bulls in Chicago. Shot clock at 6. Back to Jackson. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got his 3rd assist on the night. Look at that shot!
Oh, my goodness.
How did that go in?
How about that?
Oh! And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Magic lead by 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, it looked like the ball really was moving there in the first half.
Yeah, the game is simple when you make the extra pass, when you play the right way. We start out playing this way. We got to continue it for 4 quarters.
I know that's your area of emphasis, Frank. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. DJ really making a difference here.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter where he is on the floor either, Greg. He's making it look very easy. He's looking to score the ball.
Setting the floor for the Suns. Booker and Jackson, the young perimeter pair. Then there's Bledsoe. Then it's John Henson. We see more and more players who can do it all on both ends of the floor. Clark, who's your pick for the most versatile player right now in the league?
Well, for me, it starts with LeBron James. I mean, his passing ability is platinum level. And then you think about his size, athleticism, speed, IQ. All of that is also platinum level. So he's unique in that regard. Draymond Green, because of what he can do defensively in terms of guarding multiple positions. And Giannis Antetokounmpo, I mean, the Greek freak, is really unique in his versatility as well.
Suns trail by 5. Outside Jackson. Booker outside. Lets it fly. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
Orlando leading by 3. DJ kicks to Wells. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Phoenix has gone to 3-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Magic have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And DJ throws it down.
Can't say enough good things about DJ. When he's driving inside, he's a threat to bang the rim.
Bledsoe with it. 10 points for him. Jackson has the open look. They get it back. Henson lays it up off the glass. Henson's got his second bucket of the night.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
And DJ throws it down.
Boy, you gotta like seeing DJ find his rhythm out there like this. I mean, when he's clicking on all cylinders, the defense is in for a long, hard game.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Orlando.
Yeah, interconference matchup. Two teams that'll see each other only twice on the schedule.
Yeah, and Greg, this is a big game for both teams. I mean, they don't see each other often, and you know they both.
Orlando leading by 4. And DJ throws it down.
Man, what determination from DJ would not be denied. Love how he forces his way through.
He shot 5 of 6 at the foul line. Free throw good, DJ. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Pass to Stewart. There's a screen by Chris. To the left side wing. Here's Collier. The pass to Little. Passes to Stewart. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. And Chris throws it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
As well he should, Greg. I mean, he always is looking to score the ball, even more so when he's hot. I like the mindset.
It's tipped.
And you love the hustle DJ brings on defense, using his solid leaping ability to block shots.
And DJ throws it down.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
There's a screen by Chris. Warren on the wing. He's covered by Anderson. From 13, good on that shot. And with that, the Magic lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Chris.
Well-coordinated shot mechanics, especially for a guy with his length.
Yeah, and you know, it looks effortless, easy, silky smooth, textbook shooting form. Man, that's nice.
Pass to Stewart for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And now just a 4-point Magic lead.
Always got to patrol the three-point line. When you don't, you suffer the consequences.
And DJ throws it down.
Love the confidence on the drive. DJ is great at finding holes in the defense and then attacking them.
We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter. Stewart is guarded by Fournier. And the pass to Collier. He dishes it to Warren. Shoots over Fournier, and even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. It's the Magic up by 6. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And meanwhile, Frank Vogel talking to his team.
Our closer is our tempo, intelligent tempo. Let's still run. 1, 2, 3.
And that's Frank Vogel asking his guys to dictate the pace and ramp it up a little bit.
Yeah, he wants them to push the action, but just be smart about how they do it. Aggressive, yes. Careless, no.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. They've got DJ. Gordon out there with Evan Fournier, and it's Isaac in at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for Orlando.
Like how DJ is physical with the defense. I mean, he's not afraid to mix it up and go through contact on his shots.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Orlando.
The mid-range that you've seen from them about as good as it gets, and there has not been a drop-off in the second half.
They've also jumped on any opportunity they've had to attack the basket tonight. I mean, excellent penetration.
Wells, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. Here's Bledsoe. It's deflected.
Hey, I tell you what, Wells knows he has to be better on defense, and blocks like this prove he's taking it seriously.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
Here's Bledsoe, cans the 12-footer.
Great awareness. No reason to take it inside there against the taller man.
Yeah, he knew he had him beat, Greg. I mean, that was clear. Took advantage of the space he had and then calmly and quietly drained it from the mid-range. That's good basketball.
Basket counts. 34 points for DJ.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And Henson kicks to Jackson. A floater. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Well, you look at Josh Jackson. This guy is really skilled. I love his skill set. He's a lengthy forward who I think is only going to get better on both ends of the floor as time goes on.
Rogers checked in for Orlando. And so Jackson nails both of them. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Here's Isaac. Out left to the wing. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Suns trail by 6. Booker with no one around. A three-pointer off the mark. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Here's Gordon. Dishes to DJ. The offensive rebound. Gordon. And finally they hit one. And the Magic lead by 8.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Henson, a screen on Rogers. Bledsoe kicks to Booker. There's the pick. He feeds it to Henson. And again, it's the Suns missing.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot that if you're a pro, you need to make that one.
Jackson. Here's Gatson, but they recover it.
And the suffocating reach of Isaac is tough to overcome, and outshoot excels at getting up and denying shots.
Full 24-second shot clock. And here are the Suns now, trailing here by 8. Henson with the screen. Bledsoe kicks to Booker. Here's Henson. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
And with the passing of time, Henson has developed a nice mid-range jump shot. The defense has got to be aware that he can make that shot.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
Yeah, you know what? I think eventually he will find his rhythm because he is off right now, but all it takes is one hoop, and you're back in rhythm. Man, I like seeing Henson nail these shots. A confident player who's ready to shoot in any and all situations.
Takes the 13-footer, that one wide left.
And even though the quarter has been a struggle, it doesn't look like he's lost his confidence. He keeps looking for a shot.
Gets the first, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And Phoenix making a change here. Chris has checked in. Both free throws good from Booker.
He's got ice water in his veins, fellas. No way he's going to miss from the line when the game's still hanging in the balance. I've seen him make too many in this situation.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're up by 2. There's 1:26 left to play in the final quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, DJ.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Stolen by Henson. First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 1.
The former Tar Heel, John Henson, is incredibly efficient on both ends of the court.
And that's how you do it. Free throws can make a huge difference in a tight game.
Pass to Isaac. Here is Rogers. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Keeps it alive, and the second chance effort by Gordon. And the Magic lead by 2.
Good to see Gordon coming through with a big basket. I mean, he's no stranger to these high-intensity moments.
They double-team Bledsoe to the middle. Here's Henson. Yes!
Now, that is cold-blooded.
Indeed it is. Love seeing him deliver when they need him most. No fear taking these shots. I love it.
Love how DJ just takes over these big possessions. He wants the ball in his hands when things are tight.
Rogers against Bledsoe. Here's a screen by Chris for 3. Booker unable to get that one. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Count it!
Yeah, gotta like seeing DJ come through in big spots. Absolutely fearless. Such a clutch player.
Phoenix calls timeout. They trail by 4. We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Guys, during that last break, I listened to the Suns coach address his team. He said we've got to pick it up right here, right now. If we're going to win this game, we have to take control. This is the time. Kevin.
Thank you, David. And that's an intentional foul. .27 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
just terrific determination. First, compiling the lead, and now building on it.
And that's what you want to do. I mean, you can't let the opposition off the hook here. I mean, you've got to keep adding to that lead.
There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Jackson kicks to Chris. Bledsoe for three. That doesn't go either for Bledsoe. Now the dish to DJ. Unloads. Chris with the rebound.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
And so it's Orlando winning this one. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. See you next time.
It's dope, baby.
DJ, fantastic game.
Thanks.
Listen, Kevin and the guys want to talk to you back at the studio. Right this way.
Let's do it.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey again, everybody. Ernie Johnson. I got Shaq here. Got Kenny the Jet here. Standing by on headset near the locker rooms, right down the hall.
Hey, it's Kenny. You were just lightning.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always our pleasure. Although some